Alright, good evening everybody. You all know me, TBarnett. Free speech tonight over traffic stops, so just bear with me. We've all said it before. How you doing, sir, ma'am? Showman, such, national security. You know, I put you over today, okay? But how you come across with that dictates the rest of the traffic stops. So we're going to go over some things today to make everybody more comfortable with it. Go ahead, say something. Alright, this is probably the first thing that's going to happen. You're going to witness somebody committing a traffic violation, and you're going to light them up. When you light them up, you're going to be wanting to observe everything that's happening in the vehicle. If the driver's moving around, occupants are moving around, that kind of stuff. You're going to make sure they stop in a good, safe area. You're going to be wanting to call everything into dispatch. We all know we start with location and then you work way down, right? You want to be descriptive enough to where the dispatcher feels like she's sitting in the passenger seat with you, okay? We all know we don't get out of our vehicles until they come back and say everything's good or this is what they have, blah, blah, blah. Alright? This one. Alright, so what this state trooper is doing right now is he's making his approach in the vehicle. When you step out of the car, you're going to want to make sure no oncoming traffic is coming at you for safety reasons. As you can tell, he's about to touch the trunk. Touch the trunk for two reasons. Make sure it's shut and leave your fingerprints. Now, when you touch the trunk, don't mash on it because that defeats the purpose. You just want to very firmly press on it, make sure it's closed, and leave a good set of prints. Alright, so what this state trooper is doing right now, she's making contact with the driver. And notice how she stands towards the back of the vehicle. You want to make that driver kind of crank his neck to where it almost hurts him and go to look at you. That way you have a nice reactionary time. If you try something, you can react to it without being caught by surprise. Alright? Alright, after you get all their identification cards back in the States, pretty much it's your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. Here we throw in the Italian translation and the base registration. You're going to go back to your vehicle. When you walk back to your vehicle, you don't turn your back on the vehicle for safety reasons, correct? You shuffle back. I call it the Michael Jackson shuffle. The reason why you shuffle is you don't step in a pothole, fall, an officer on his back is a dead officer, okay? You want to call everything in. You want to write your ticket here. You can decide to write a ticket, or if you're just going to give a verbal warning, that's completely up to you, officer discretion type deal. Alright, next. Alright, when you go back up to the car, you want to explain the citation to him, okay, and best you can. That way there's no confusion with it. You want to have him sign it. If he refuses to sign it, just put member refuse to sign. You want to hand his credentials back to him one at a time, okay, that way he can't come back and say, well, he forgot to give me this, or I don't remember giving him this, that type of thing, okay? You want to give them their copy of the ticket and just advise them that it's not an admission of guilt, just acknowledging they received the ticket, okay? Alright, this is the end of the traffic stop. Remember, when you pull somebody over, they are under your care and custody, okay? So if they get hurt, it's your fault because you're the one to be able to stop where they stopped, okay? So when you complete your traffic stop, you always want to have them buckle up, okay? Buckle up, and the best thing to do is tell them to stand by and wait until I flash my lights at you or something, give you the signal to merge back into traffic. You want to stop traffic for them if possible, or wait until there's a break in traffic and go ahead and have them merge back into traffic. Because if they get in an accident, even when they're merging back into traffic, and you didn't help them merge back into traffic, that still falls back on you. Okay? Alright, next. Alright, this guy right here is Texas State Trooper Randall Wade Vetter. Okay? So you're 6-year veteran Texas State Troopers. He worked in the West Texas district of Texas. He made a traffic stop one day on a white and colored 4-door coupe. 72-year-old male sitting in the driver's seat, right? Old male, just being courteous, you just want to tell him to put his seatbelt on, right? Unbeknownst to the officer, this 72-year-old male has told several people that if he ever was stopped for anything, he was going to shoot a cop. Okay? Trooper Vetter was sitting in the front seat of his patrol car right when he called it in. Okay, called it in, commencing a traffic stop on a 4-door coupe, reason for stop, not wearing a seatbelt, okay? That's why when you sit in your passenger seat or sit in the driver's seat and you call stuff in, you always want to keep looking up at the car, back knowing what you're doing. You never want to leave the car alone, okay? He was sitting there, called it in, and before he knew it, this 72-year-old male got out of the car, had a high-powered rifle in his hand, and shot Trooper Vetter twice in the head, okay? Trooper Vetter was able to return fire. He shot the 72-year-old male once. It didn't faze him, okay? He defeated shooting trooper better, and then he got on the police radio, called it in, okay, over this bleeding state trooper, called it in. When more cops showed up, he shot at more cops, okay? So that just goes to show that if it's a 72-year-old male, a 16-year-old female, you never know what you're getting into, because when you light somebody up, they're either going to get nervous or they're going to cooperate. If they get nervous, you never know what's going to happen, okay? So just make sure that you stay safe. The unexpected will happen if you don't plan for it, okay?